So hi, I'm Chris O'Connor again, and we're bringing you another wonderful customer of the DEEMS company and a user of the DEEMS device. And I think I'll turn it over to you. Please, Carolyn, introduce yourself and tell us your story.
My name is Carolyn Kais. I'm currently living in Florida. I was raised in Palo Alto, California, but I lived in Maui for about 3 years. So I actually consider myself Hawaiian. I have scoliosis, and I've been in chronic pain since about age 20, and I'm just about 67, so about 47 years of chronic pain. I knew better than to do painkillers because I knew that I'd get addicted and that it would ruin my liver, so I just bared with the pain. I've used a heating pad. Sometimes if it's really bad, I used Aleve, even though I knew that was bad for my liver. I spent a lot of money on chiropractors, massage therapists. I finally spent about $8,500 to buy a super top-notch massage chair. And none of that really, it just sort of took the edge off. And so when I got this guy, if you can, where are we here, the DEEMS device, I thought, well, I'm definitely going to give it a try, but I don't know, and I was just shocked that the pain just went away. And I'm like, whoa, it's like, where were you 15, 20 years ago? But anyway, so I'm just delighted because literally I feel like this is God sent. And I had been praying for a long time for something to help me with the pain that wouldn't harm my body. And so I'm just really excited. And I'm telling everybody I know, because, I know some people with arthritis and you name it. And of course, they're not going to believe me until I go visit all these different people and let them try it out. And then they're going to go, wow, so yeah. It's something that you have to experience, but when you experience it, it's unmistakable. So I'm so honored to be able to do this testimonial. And I'm just so glad that God sent me to your company. Actually, it was Elena Denon. I can definitely give her the credit. And Danny Henderson, those two, because I watched a lot of their videos. So that's how I found out about you and this incredible device, which was from the stars. I know the whole story, and it's really amazing that this device, or actually the predecessor, was used to raise people's energy. I mean, not energy, raise people's memories is what I was trying to say. Yeah. But instead of this tool racing memories, it actually makes memories, because you can actually go out and enjoy life and not be in pain. So it's like quite the liberator, if you were to say, to be liberated from pain without drugs, without hypnosis or any, I've tried everything, right, except for drugs. And I feel like I have a new life that I can live going forward. And instead of, with scoliosis, it doesn't get better generally. It usually gets worse. So my big challenge has always been how to kind of just freeze it where it is and not have it advance. And so I'm doing everything I can to just kind of keep it at a level that I can deal with. And so this just gives me a lot of hope that the rest of my, how many years I have left in this incarnation, that I can enjoy my life, and I can watch a lot of other people I know enjoy their life when they start using this device, and can't really endorse it any better than that. So I hope you all take the opportunity to give it a try, because I was, it's not cheap, but it's so worth it. You can't put a price on getting rid of pain. I mean, literally, I would, not that I want to sell my house, but I would sell my house to be out of pain, and I'm on Social Security. I don't have a lot of money, but, something about being freed from that chronic pain is just, literally from God. Thank you, God.
Yes, thank you. Well, that's beautiful, beautiful thing to say, Carolyn. Do you have any advice for anybody that's looking, not, I'm not necessarily talking about wanting to tell somebody what they should know or hear about going out and buying a product. It's not about that at all. It's about somebody that's going through pain, somebody that's having some really negative or bad experiences. What is your advice?
Well, it certainly is a leap of faith to invest money of this size in, on someone's Social Security. And that's where testimonies like from people, myself and others, is really important, when you can hear and see them tell their story of how it has changed their life. It's a step that could be a huge step for some people, maybe not for other people. It was a big step for me, but I followed my faith and I followed my heart, and my heart's, and Elena Denon thought it was a great thing. So, I have a lot of faith and trust in her opinions and viewpoints. And so I felt like, well, she thinks it's great, I can't go wrong. And I was so glad that I had her to look to, because maybe I wouldn't have bought it if I just stumbled across yours without some kind of reference,
Yeah.
But sometimes these things, it's what you have available to you, and the options aren't great. You can spend a lot of money on massage therapy, which just kind of is a band-aid. You can, certainly not do things like, I could have had back surgery, but that was not an option for me, but I'm just saying that depending on what people's pain source is, I don't personally believe in going with the American Medical Association, their viewpoint out, so it's either they want to operate on you or they want you to take drugs. And neither was an option for me. There's many different reasons that people could feel pain. But all I know is that it's a leap of faith that you have to check in with yourself. And if you get a good feeling about it, which can be helped by testimonials from people like myself and Elena Denon, Danny Henderson, and the other customers you have on your site, you just, all I can tell you is that I was so grateful that I gave it a try.
Yeah.
Everyone's going to be a little bit skeptical to begin with, because, oh, this piece of metal is going to take my pain away. But I truly believe I have a lot of understanding and belief in that whole secret space program, and I very much am connected to extraterrestrials. So I totally open to the realm of possibilities of miracles and of technology that is not of this earth. And so again, it all boils down to faith, and I just encourage anybody that is on the fence, that's not sure, should I really, take my hard-earned money and go and get this device? And I just want you to take to heart what I'm saying is that you won't regret it. And that's, I guarantee you won't regret it.
Now, could you, thank you for that.
I do hope everybody, gets a new life like I did.
Yeah, that's amazing. Now, could you just, briefly tell us, how is it that you use the device, on yourself personally?
Sorry, that last question kind of froze up a little bit.
Yeah, bad connection. Can you kind of tell us briefly how basically is it that you use the device on yourself? How have you found it? Yeah.
Okay. So I have a recliner chair that I got from a very dear friend of mine who passed away, and it's very special to me, and it's very nurturing. I sit there in my recliner chair and I take my DEEMS device and I just put it kind of my lower back area where I have the most pain, and I just leave it there. And then I check my email and do other things I want to do when I'm sitting there. And then sometimes I'll move it around a little bit. My cat loves it too. I forgot to mention that. My cat, as far as I know, is not in pain. Okay. But he just loves this device. And if I leave it out somewhere, I'll come back in the room and he's lying right next to it. So he obviously feels the energy. And so I think that it doesn't necessarily have to be only used by people in pain.
No.
I think that, it's an energy device. And if you just want to kind of feel more connected to source, or you want to just, maybe you're tired, it's something that, again, I know I was only talking about pain, but there's a whole lot of other uses besides pain. I just was focusing on the pain part because if there's anyone that's watching this that has scoliosis, they'll know what I go through. And it's, very difficult sometimes to just keep going because it's just nonstop. I mean, it comes and goes, but it's, doesn't go away completely,
Yeah.
except, when I use this, I have total relief. I'll wake up the next morning. Oh, actually, I was even sleeping with it next to me. Yeah. And so that's how I use it. And, I'm open to learning a lot of other things about uses and suggestions and all that. And I'm looking forward to getting crystals to go with it.
Yeah. I mean, I think that it's another level to it, for sure.
Yeah.
And that's when you kind of start doing the inward energy work, that becomes, more of an important thing as well.
Mhm.
But you don't have to have them, of course. It works all by itself.
Right.
Pumping
Yeah.
that source energy through, and then our body uses that and does whatever your body needs. And I think it's amazing and wonderful that it's been able to help you. So I really appreciate that you shared
I have
that.
one more thing to add.
Sure. Yeah.
I'm allergic to caffeine, so most people use coffee to wake up in the morning. I don't use coffee or anything like that. I use the DEEMS device to wake up because it's so energetically charged. Just holding it or having it next to me while I'm sitting on my recliner in the morning, it makes me very alert. And so there's another thing I forgot to mention. It's kind of like a caffeine replacement for me. And caffeine just doesn't really work for my body. It says I don't believe that's good for me, but I gave it up a long time ago. So, also I have to do a lot of driving sometimes because I play in a rock band, and so I do a lot of driving sometimes at night. And so I'll have the DEEMS device like right by my leg or whatever, and it helps me stay alert for driving. So
Wow.
yeah, so it's pain and alertness and just general healing, connectness with the source, all the above.
Yeah. That's great. I never thought about it for just replacing a cup of coffee in the morning. That's pretty cool.
Well, people spend a lot of money on Starbucks, $3 every day. That's $90 a month, after a year you've spent, 150. So after 5 years, it pays for itself, just not drinking a cup of coffee every day.
Yeah, all the many uses, I guess.
Anyway, thank you so much for letting me be part of this, Chris, and looking forward to meeting you in October.
Oh, yes. We'll be there. And people can test it out there too at the conference in October. So
I'll tell everybody I know as much as I can.
Oh, you do that and keep us updated on what's going on with you, Carolyn. Thank you so much.
Mahalo.
Bye-bye.
Adios.
Aloha. Love
Bye.
you too.
Aloha. Oops.